Desirelessness, the highest bliss, by Nisargadatta Maharaj. Devotee asked, I have met many realized people, but never a liberated man. Have you come across a liberated man, or does liberation mean, among other things, also abandoning the body? Maharaj said, what do you mean by realization and liberation? Then devotee said, by realization, I mean a wonderful experience of peace, goodness, and beauty. When the world makes sense and there is an all pervading unity of both substance and essence, while such experience doesn't last, it cannot be forgotten. It shines in the mind both as memory and longing. I know what I am talking about, for I have had such experiences. By liberation, I mean to be permanently in that wonderful state. What I am asking is whether liberation is compatible with the survival of the body. Maharaj asked, what is wrong with the body? Then devotee said, the body is so weak and short lived. It creates needs and cravings. It limits one grievously. Maharaj asked, so what? Let the physical expressions be limited. But liberation is of the self from its false and self imposed ideas. It is not contained in some particular experiences, however glorious. Then devotee asked, does it last forever? Maharaj said, all experience is time bound. Whatever has a beginning must have an end. Then devotee asked, so liberation in my sense of the word doesn't exist? Maharaj asked, on the contrary, one is always free. You are both conscious and free to be conscious. Nobody can take this away from you. Do you ever know yourself non existing or unconscious? Then devotee said, I may not remember, but that doesn't disprove my being occasionally unconscious. Maharaj said, why not turn away from the experience to the experiencer and realize the full import of the only true statement you can make? I am. Then devotee asked, how is it done? Maharaj said, there is no how here. Just keep in mind the feeling I am, merge in it, till your mind and feeling become one. By repeated attempts, you will stumble on the right balance of attention and affection, and your mind will be firmly established in the thought, feeling I am. Whatever you think, say, or do, this sense of immutable and affectionate being remains as the ever present background of the mind. Then devotee asked, and you call it liberation? Maharaj said, I call it normal. What is wrong with being, knowing and acting effortlessly and happily? Why consider it so unusual as to expect the immediate destruction of the body? What is wrong with the body that it should die? Correct your attitude to your body and leave it alone. Don't pamper, don't torture, just keep it going, most of the time below the threshold of conscious attention. Then devotee asked, the memory of my wonderful experiences haunts me. I want them back. Maharaj said, because you want them back, you cannot have them. The state of craving for anything blocks all deeper experience. Nothing of value can happen to a mind which knows exactly what it wants, for nothing the mind can visualize and want is of much value. Then devotee asked, then what is worth wanting? Maharaj said, want the best, the highest happiness, the greatest freedom, desirelessness is the highest bliss. Then devotee said, freedom from desire is not the freedom I want. I want the freedom to fulfill my longings. Maharaj said, you are free to fulfill your longings. As a matter of fact, you are doing nothing else. Then devotee said, I try, but there are obstacles which leave me frustrated. Maharaj said, overcome them. Then devotee said, I cannot, I am too weak. Maharaj said, what makes you weak? What is weakness? Others fulfill their desires. Why don't you? Then devotee said, I must be lacking energy. Maharaj said, what happened to your energy? Where did it go? Did you not scatter it over so many contradictory desires and pursuits? You don't have an infinite supply of energy. Then devotee asked, why not? Maharaj said, your aim are small and low. They do not call for more. Only God's energy is infinite because He wants nothing for Himself. Be like Him and all your desires will be fulfilled. The higher your aim and vaster your desires, the more energy you will have for their fulfillment. Desire the good of all, and the universe will work with you. But if you want your own pleasure, you must earn it the hard way before desiring deserve. Then devotee asked, I am engaged in the study of philosophy, sociology, and education. I think more mental development is needed before I can dream of self realization. Am I on the right path? Then Maharaj said, to earn a livelihood, some specialized knowledge is needed. General knowledge develops the mind, no doubt, but if you are going to spend your life in amassing knowledge, you build a wall round yourself. To go beyond the mind, a well furnished mind is not needed. Then devotee asked, then what is needed? Maharaj said, distrust your mind and go beyond. Then devotee asked, what shall I find beyond the mind? Maharaj said, the direct experience of being, knowing and loving. Then devotee asked, how does one go beyond the mind? Maharaj said, there are many starting points. They all lead to some same goal. You may begin with selfless work, abandoning the fruits of action. You may then give up thinking, and then in giving up all desires. Here, giving up tyaga is the operational factor, or you may not bother about anything you want or think or do and just stay put in the thought and feeling I am focusing. I am firmly in your mind. All kinds of experience may come to you. Remain unmoved in the knowledge that all perceivable is transient and only the I am endures. Then devotee said, I cannot give all my life to such practices. I have my duties to attend to. Maharaj said, by all means, attend to your duties. Action in which you are not emotionally involved and which is beneficial and doesn't cause suffering will not mind you. You may be engaged in several directions and work with enormous zest, yet remains inwardly free and quiet, with a mirror like mind which reflects all without being affected. Then devotee asked, is such a state realizable? Maharaj said, I would not talk about it. If it were not, why should I engage in fancies? Then devotee said, everybody quotes scriptures. Maharaj said, Those who know only scriptures know nothing. To know is to be. I know what I am talking about. It is not from reading or heresy. Then devotee said, I am studying Sanskrit under a professor, but really I am only reading scriptures. I am in search of self realization and I came to get the needed guidance. Kindly tell me, what am I to do? Maharaj asked, since you have read the scriptures, why do you ask me? Then devotee said, the scriptures show the general directions, but the individual needs personal instructions. Maharaj said, your own self is your ultimate teacher, Sadguru. The outer teacher, Guru, is merely a milestone. It is only your inner teacher that will walk with you to the goal, for he is the goal. Then devotee said, the inner teacher is not easily reached. Maharaj said, since he is in you and with you, the difficulty cannot be serious. Look within and you will find him. Then devotee said, when I look within, I find sensations and perceptions, thoughts and feelings, desires and fears, memories and expectations. I am immersed in this cloud and see nothing else. Maharaj said, that which sees all this and the nothing too is the inner teacher. He alone is, all else only appears to be. He is your own self, Swarupa, your hope and assurance of freedom. Find him and cling to him, and you will be saved and safe. Then devotee said, I do believe you, but when it comes to the actual finding of this inner self, I find it escapes me. Maharaj asked, the idea it escapes me, where does it arise? Then devotee said, in the mind. Maharaj said, and who knows the mind? Devotee said, the witness of the mind knows the mind. Maharaj said, did anybody come to you and say, I am the witness of your mind? Devotee said, of course not. He would have been just another idea in the mind. Maharaj said, then who is the witness? Devotee said, I am. Maharaj said, so you know the witness because you are the witness. You need not see the witness in front of you. Here again, to be is to know. Then devotee asked, yes, I see that I am the witness, the awareness itself, but in which way does it profit me? Maharaj said, what a question! What kind of profit do you expect? To know what you are, is it not good enough? Then devotee asked, what are the uses of self-knowledge? Maharaj said, it helps you to understand what you are not and keeps you free from false ideas, desires and actions. Then devotee asked, if I am the witness only, what do right and wrong matter? Maharaj said, what helps you to know yourself is right, what prevents is wrong. To know one's real self is bliss, to forget is sorrow. Then devotee said, asked, is the witness consciousness the real self? Maharaj said, it is the reflection of the real in the mind, buddhi. The real is beyond. The witness is the door through which you pass beyond. Then devotee asked, what is the purpose of meditation? Maharaj said, seeing the false as the false is meditation. This must go on all the time. Devotee said, we are told to meditate regularly. Maharaj said, deliberate daily exercise in discrimination between the true and the false and renunciation of the false is meditation. There are many kinds of meditation to begin with, but they all merge finally into one. Then devotee said, "Please tell me which road to self realization to the shortest." Maharaj said, "No way is a short or long, but some people are more in earnest and some are less. I can tell you about myself. I was a simple man, but I trusted my Guru. What he told me to do, I did. He told me to concentrate on I am, I did. He told me that I am beyond all perceivables and conceivables. I believed. My I gave him my heart and soul, my entire attention, and the whole of my spare time. I had to work to keep my family alive. As a result of faith and earnest application, I realized myself Sarupa within 3 years. You may choose any way that suits you. Your earnestness will determine the rate of progress." Then devotee asked, "No hint for me?" Maharaj said, "Establish yourself firmly in the awareness of I am. This is the beginning and also the end of all endeavor." Hari Om Tat Sat.